Have you ever looked at a photo of yourself and thought, I wonder what I'd look like in an anime? Or what if my dog was a cartoon character? Well, today I'm going to show you exactly how to make that happen with minimal effort and pretty impressive results. In this video, I'll walk you through transforming any image into different anime and cartoon styles, really anything, using different models like Flux Pro Ultra and Stable Diffusion, and they're all inside a tool called Pollo AI. Before we get started, make sure to go to pollo.ai or the link in the description to create your free account, and that way you can follow along with this video. Okay, now let's go over to my computer and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so we are inside of Pollo, and this is the home dashboard area where you can see all the different things you can do inside of Pollo. I'll show you more of these features at the end, but right now we're going to be doing image to image AI generation. So how do we get there? Well, first off, we need to go to the side menu, and you can see under the image generation section, we have image to image. This is the image to image page, and we have on the right a feed, and this is all of my past generations. And then in the middle here, we have the interface where we can create our generations. So we have the model selector, we have the option to upload an image, we can write a prompt, and we can select how many images we want to generate with this prompt. What we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys these different models, how they perform. We're going to do a couple of different generations for them, and I'm going to show you how to think about image to image generation, because it's not as straightforward as just text to image generation. So let's start with the Flux Dev model. This is not going to be the best performing model, but it's for short and basic scenes. It will generate images really quickly. So first we need an image. And the way to think about this is when you're using an image, it can either be the subject or it can be the style reference. So let's say you want to upload a Van Gogh style painting as the style you're looking to replicate. Well, if you're going to do that, then you need to write that into the prompt. Or alternatively, you want to use the subject, and you could upload a picture of yourself, and you could say, turn this man into a Pixar style cartoon, right? So you actually want to give the AI instructions on what to do with the image within the prompt. That's different from other kinds of text generation that you might do. So let me show you. So let's upload this picture of a Bernedoodle. It should upload really quickly. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this Bernedoodle into a Pixar cartoon. So we'll write a very simple prompt using Generate with AI. I wrote, turn this dog into a Pixar cartoon dog. And now I'm having the AI analyze that and create a better prompt for me. So I didn't mention that it was a Bernedoodle in my prompt. So it just kind of picked a random dog as inspiration. So I'm going to take this first one and I'm just going to change it, turn this playful dog into a vibrant Pixar cartoon dog featuring exaggerated expressions. That's a good prompt. It gives the AI instructions on what to do with the image, and we click create. It's only 5 credits, and we're going to just do one generation. So let's click create, and let's see how it performs. Remember, this is the dev model, so it's for short and basic scenes. It's not going to be the most impressive generation, but it's going to be a really affordable generation at only 5 credits. Okay, so you can see our generation here. We have the inspiration here for you to kind of compare. It matched the expression of the dog very similarly, and it got all of the same framing. It really did an incredible job considering it was the cheapest model. So yeah, it nailed the bright colored environment in the background and the exaggerated expressions. It really just did a great job, to be honest. And now let me just quickly go over this interface here so you guys can understand what's going on. So if we click reprompt, it'll pull this prompt back into the UI and we can use it. We can click regenerate to just repeat everything again, or we can use this image to video button to turn this into a video. Beneath that, we have the option to copy this link and share it. We can share it to social media, or we can go to these little dots right here and download if we want to download with or without a watermark. And then the big button here to create similar image just pulls the image and prompt back in here as well, so that you can recreate it but make your adjustments however you want. So yeah, that gives you a good idea of what you can do. Now let's go ahead and do the Pro Ultra model here, and we can compare how the dev model performs against the Pro Ultra model. So as you can see, the credit requirements basically doubled. What we're gonna do is we'll leave the prompt the same, and we'll have a very head-to-head comparison. You do see that there's the option now to adjust the aspect ratio. So if we wanted to, we could do this in a portrait or landscape mode, but we're just gonna do the square 1 by 1. That way it'll be the same, and let's click create. Okay, so it's done and we can see the image. So it's funny, it took a very different approach to this generation. It did get the dog pretty similar, it looks pretty good. Instead of generating a background this time, it went with a solid color, which is interesting. I actually really like it. You can definitely tell the resolution and the quality of the image is much higher with the Pro Ultra generation. But arguably the dev model was more accurate to the original image. But both of these are great examples of what is possible. Now, before we move on to a different image, I just want to show you guys what the Stable Diffusion model can do. So the Flux models are all kind of in their own family of models from the same company. Stable Diffusion is separate from Flux, so it's going to have its unique style compared to the Flux models. So let's go ahead and try this exact same prompt again, but with Stable Diffusion 3. So for Stable Diffusion, we also have the aspect ratio selector. And then last thing to note is that the credits are 10 for this one. So not as much as the Pro Ultra, and still quite a bit more than Flux Dev. So let's click create on this one and see what we get. Okay, so it's done. This is interesting. So this is the Stable Diffusion generation. So I would say that the dev model outperformed this one by a long shot. This one really did not get the Pixar style at all. It did use this picture as inspiration, clearly, but it looks like it kind of changed the breed as well. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Flux Pro Ultra model here, and let's take this image of Van Gogh's A Starry Night, and let's have it generate a cat. So let's say a smiling cat. So I wrote a smiling cat in the style of Van Gogh, used the image as a style reference. So let's try this. Let's go 3x4 and let's click create. So hopefully we'll get an image of a cat in the Van Gogh style. Okay, so we got a interesting image here. So we got a cat's head floating in the sky with the Starry Night inspired background. This is interesting. This is a cool piece of art, not exactly what we were going for, but it is really interesting. Okay, now let's try something else. Let's do the Dev Laura model and let's just see what this can do. Let's take this image of me, and it's just a profile picture. Convert this man into a neon anime style cartoon. Okay, so let's use this one. Illustrate this man as a neon anime hero. Integrate glowing accents and futuristic elements into his outfit and surroundings. Okay, so let's try this, and we will use the Dev Laura model. It's 6 credits. Let's do 2 generations this time so you guys can see how that works. This is the Dev Laura model. This is a great model, but we're about to see how it stacks up against the others. Okay, so this is a really cool example, and it used the same kind of style, including the white blinds that are giving it the sheer effect, and it has that in both of these images. So it's really cool. It included some of the neon that we mentioned in the prompt, and it kind of got the colorings of my clothing in the original image and my hairstyle and everything. It got those correct in the images, and really cool. Now I'm going to try and take this cyborg glasses image that I previously generated. So it's just kind of like this unique art style, and we're gonna try Dev Laura again, and let's see if it can take the image style as inspiration. Create a profile picture of a female cyborg in a neon cityscape using this image as a style reference. So let's try that. Let's do 2 generations and let's click create. Okay, and it's done. So interestingly, this is almost has like a realistic effect. I actually generated this with Flux Pro Ultra. What it gave us was more like a cartoony effect. And both of these got the colors and everything right from the image that we provided. It's kind of this dark theme with blue accents. I think it nailed it, honestly. I would have loved to have seen more of the realistic effect, but that's just kind of luck of the draw here. We didn't really specify. Now let's do the same thing, but this time let's try the Pro Ultra. We can only do one generation, but we can definitely compare. So the Pro Ultra model is better at generating really high quality images, I think, but it doesn't stick as closely to the instructions as we might like. So this is cool. You know, it definitely is similar in style, but it kind of takes more creative liberties. The actual image that it generates is much more detailed. So this is an incredible generation. I mean, this is really cool. You could use this for a lot of things, but is it exactly what you're looking for? Maybe, maybe not. And that's kind of why this is such a good argument for having all these different models together where you can experiment with them. Pollo just brings everything together and makes it so simple. And as Pollo adds new models, you get access to different models to experiment with. And it's just amazing that you can trust Pollo to handle all of the complicated stuff. And then they just put it in this one simple interface where you can test everything and then test them against each other. And really at the end of the day, what you get is the best result. Now, before we go, I just want to show you guys what else you can do with Pollo. So if we click on Explore, you can see what all the other users inside of Pollo are creating. Pollo has a lot of video generation features. So as you can see, we've got a lot of different kinds of fun videos that are being created. And then for generation, we have a bunch of features. So you can do image to video, do text to video, and both of those include access to all these different video models. We have the option to do consistent characters, so you can upload images for a character and then create consistent videos with the same character over and over again. You can create your own animes with different anime styles. You can do AI animations with anime styles. We have a lot of preset effects. You can do a red Hulk transformation or a kissing effect or curly hair. There's so many ways to have fun with these effects inside of Pollo. And then of course we have the image generation features. If you want to generate with text, you can, and you can use these different preset styles, which are really useful. And we also have some simple AI video tools. So you can upscale the things you create to 4K. You can do a bunch of different things like denoise a video or extend it, remove an object. Lots of cool features. If we click on image tools, you actually get a lot more stuff for image generation as well. So lots of cool features all hidden inside of Pollo. You can really do everything that you might need to do with images or videos related to AI all in one tool. It's just amazing. All right, guys, that's all there is to it. If you want to try it out for yourself, head over to Pollo AI, where you can start transforming your own images in just a few clicks. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to learn more about AI image and video generation. We've made a lot of videos, and this is just the beginning of what Pollo can do. I'll throw some of the other videos up on the screen that I think you should watch. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.